and welcome to Getlean with Adelene. You have myself, Adelene Tutu, taking you through today's lovely Pilates fundamental class. So firstly, why Pilates training and how is Pilates going to get me strong and lean? So Pilates training combines a different series of movements, training your main core, knee, shoulders, and hip stabilizations. So which means you get to train those little muscles that's actually going to sculpt your entire body and save your spine from any unnecessary injuries. So the best way to train is always in neutral spine whenever you're lying on your back or in that quadruped position. So I'm going to show you exactly how to activate your core, but these 15-minute workouts, expect yourself to be feeling sweaty after the workout, but working your entire body, allowing your body to also work injury resistant. So let us begin. We're going to lie on our back here, and I'm going to get you to bend your knees with your feet a little bit closer to your heels. So this is where we're going to start finding our neutral spine. So you're not arching too much in the back and feeling that really uncomfortable pain throughout the lower back and the spine, but you're also not tilting forward too much, posterior chain here, allowing your spine to feel that bracing through the back. So you want to keep that tailbone tucked in, and also I want you to form a triangle with your index fingers and your thumbs like so. You're going to sit this triangle right above your pelvic and your hip bones. From here, I'm going to get you to imprint your spine, rock your tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then slowly bring your tailbone down towards your toes. So you've got that lovely mouse hole between your back, and this is where we're going to start allowing our spine to rock forward and back as well as our hips until we find a neutral. So taking a deep breath out as you pull in and exhale as you release. Nice work. Let's go for 3 more. Forward and back. Now on the third one, I'd like you to hold that triangle until you feel it is level with your hip and your pelvic bone. This is your neutral spine. You can slowly bring your fingers underneath, you can still have that bit of space, or if this starts to feel a little bit more tension, a lot more tension through the lower back, what you can do is imprint your spine. From here, we're going to start our first series. Hands by your side, you're going to take a deep breath in, bringing your feet with your feet off the mat and your knees parallel to your hips. From here, you're going to drop your toe to the mat and exhale as you bring it up. Taking a nice deep breath in as you lower and exhale, bring it up. Nice work. Deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Now we're working bias to the front of your abs. The lower abs are working really hard here as well as the hip stabilization. So core and hips are working together. We're going to go for 5 more like this. And 4, trying your best to squeeze a blueberry through your back, your lower back and your mat. Final 3. And 2. Last one here. All right, now holding your shins parallel to the ceiling, you're going to drop both your feet while keeping that imprinted spine and pulling straight back up. You should almost feel the front of your abs working to pull your knees back up in line with your hips. Lovely work. Let's go for 3 more like this before we add on. Upper body is nice and stable. And our lucky last one. Let's keep our feet up here. I want you to bring your fingers, interlacing your fingers, making your head heavy in your palms. This is going to allow you to keep your abs engaged without pulling on your neck. From here, lifting through the upper abs, you're going to slowly drop both your toes to the mat, keeping that imprinted spine and pulling straight back up. Now your entire six-pack area is going to be working to keep the spine nice and rigid as you're working your entire abdominals. Lovely work. Keep your shoulders nice and comfortable off the mat as you bring your elbows up to the side. Amazing work. You can do it. We've got 4 more like this. Keep that back glued to the mat. Last 3. Last 1. All right. Keeping that position with your head off the mat and your shoulders comfortably off the mat as well. You're going to bring your hand out to the side of your hips. This is one of the main exercises in Pilates. It's called the hundreds. We're going to take 1 deep breath in, and as we're breathing in, we're going to pulse our hands for 5 reps. Exhale, we're going to pulse our reps for 5 reps. We've got this last little sequence here, and I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Pulsing those hands,
I want you to keep your back glued to the mat. You should be feeling the entire ab area on fire as you're doing this. 2 more like this. Our lucky last one. And softly bring your hand back with your knees rocking side to side. So that's an example of a lovely core engagement, core activation exercise by working your entire body. Stay with me. After the break, we're going to get into our quadruped exercise, working your glutes as well as your shoulders.
Welcome back to Getlean with Adelene. Let's move now into our next sequence. I'm going to get you to get onto the mat and to your hands and your knees. So bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders, so you've got healthy shoulder girdle right there, with your knees directly underneath your hips. From here, I want you to lengthen. So imagine someone's pulling your tailbone to the back and your head up to the top. So you're lengthening your spine, almost pulling the discs out to the side. From here, you're going to bring your left hand forward and try not to arch the back. You're going to place a lot of tension through that lumbar of your spine. I want you to bring your tailbone up towards your sternum, so breastbone down towards the hip bone. From here, keeping the core nice and tight, you've got the lovely tabletop position. You're going to extend your left hand forward with your thumb at the top of your mat with your right foot back. Now, with this position, try your best not to tilt in or outside that position, okay? So maintaining that lovely tabletop position. From here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to gently lift the hand and the foot off the mat. Notice how I'm trying my best not to move my hip and externally rotating at that right foot. I'm keeping it nice and stable throughout the entire hip and shoulder. And just breathing in as you exhale, dropping straight back down. Let's go for 3 more like this. Now this is all about safe shoulders and healthy hips. And our last one. Amazing. Now from here, you're going to bring your elbows to the side of your rib cage as you bring your knee out to the side of your hip. Right leg comes back to your center, bring it back down onto the mat. Pull the belly button into the spine, hold that position, squeeze your lats, knees come up, obliques working, bring it back out to the side. Let's go for 2 more like this. And 1 more. Amazing. Let's hold here at the top. We're going to pulse for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Hold that position. We're going to make little circles here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands in. Let's stretch out the glutes. Palms up to the ceiling so you can allow that shoulder to stretch out a little bit more before we move over to the other side. Now with this next one, the exact sequence, but we're going to perform it on the right hand with that left glute. Okay, so bringing that left foot out to the front, to the back, your right hand out to the front, left hand just making sure that that wrist is stacked below the elbow and stacked below that shoulder. So you've got a lovely straight hand right there, slightly bent at the elbow. From here, let's release, coming up, take a deep breath in, and exhale as you bring it straight back down. And inhale. Nice breath. Let's go for 3 more like this. Last 2. Try to make sure that that bicep comes close to the ear with that right hand. Lovely. Let's hold at the top. Now bringing your elbow out to the side with your knee coming up towards the side of your hips, pulling straight back up. This is opening up the shoulder girdle, but also loosening up the hips, bringing it straight back in. Let's go for 2 more like this. Remember, you're not moving the hips here. Slide to side, try to avoid that tilting of the hips, so keep it nice and stable. Your entire body is working here to keep that position in your entire spine. Hold in there. Now we're going to pulse here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Making those little circles with the hand and the toe for 4, 3, 2, Opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring it back in. Give your body that lovely deep stretch with your palms up to the ceiling and your hips back and down. And that was our main 2 fundamental movements in Pilates, and we're going to be using that a lot through the different sequences and adding different exercises to make the exercise a little bit harder, so intensify the exercise as we go through this episode. That was it for Getlean with Adelene for today. I hope you enjoyed that lovely fundamentals Pilates class. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Remember, you can continue with your training programs throughout the week, or you can follow my page Getlean with Adelene on Instagram for more tips and exercise tips as well. And just remember, you're just as strong as your last workout.